So Frank, what time is it?
It's Cigar with Frank time.
So big news out of New Hampshire is at least one reputable poll shows Kasich suddenly surging out of the scrum to 20 points, with Trump only 7 points ahead at 27, and everyone else 10 or 12 points behind him. So if Kasich emerges as the establishment candidate, if it's not Rubio, which a lot of people thought it might be, if it's Kasich, how does that change the dynamic? What does it mean for the Republican Party?
Well, it changes the race fundamentally because Kasich is among the establishment candidates the least capable of getting crossover votes from social conservatives and traditional conservatives. He's a strong economic conservative, and he would be very strong in the Midwest. But the race goes south from New Hampshire to South Carolina and then to the SEC primary. So you could really completely muddle the race, and you would have an establishment candidate, Cruz, who is a strong social issue candidate, and Trump, who's a strong populist candidate. And you could get the kind of fracture in the race that people had been predicting. I don't think that would be as necessarily true if somebody else who had more crossover appeal came out of the establishment.
Why do social conservatives have a problem with Kasich?
Well, I think that Kasich is the least likely to endorse the First Amendment Defense Act and prioritize religious liberty. I think he's the guy who, in his state, has been a strong endorser of Common Core, which really goes against the fundamental conservative principle of local autonomy and local control. And I think that in terms of marriage, he's one of the few candidates who said the Supreme Court has spoken, and that is the law of the land. And that is very different from the approach that even Trump has taken, who's more in the middle, and Cruz, who's actively pledged to fight in all those areas.